So we're going to start in the front of the garden. Right here we have some pots I still need to clean out and replant. And over here I need to do the same. The greenhouse door came apart. That's another thing that's on the list to get done. And in the garden, I have strawberry plants I need to separate and plant in a tower garden. And I have some cabbages right here I need to transplant. And look at how much soil has came down since the beginning of last year. In the spring, I'm gonna have to fill up some soil. I'm gonna have to do some weeding. I still have some beets. And the winter sowing jugs right here are doing great. I have stuff coming up that I'll be planting soon. And over here, I have celeriac and celery and some romaine lettuce I planted. I'm not sure when this is going to be ready to harvest, but my goal is to be able to get this whole raised bed in the center planted with carrots. And then in the back, I don't have a plan for what I'm planting here yet. I've planted cabbage and cauliflower back here. And in the back, I had planted some peas. And look at that. They have come up, but I have noticed, like right here, something came along and just nipped the tips of them off. Not all of them, but some of them. I have a feeling it's probably a rat. We live out in the middle of the forest, and so it's probably either a little mouse or a rat. That's on the list. We have a new plastic covering for the cattle panel greenhouse. And this is Swiss chard I planted last year. I need to do some weeding in here and probably repaint the chair eventually. And the greenhouse is a disaster. We have wings in here at the moment, and she is minus a wing, and she doesn't get along great with the other chickens, so she's in here tearing it up. And I have some ash from the fireplace, so this is going to get it absolutely totally redone this year. I have rabbit manure and straw. We have the chicken yard and duck yard back here. Too many roosters. Those are hopefully going to go bye-bye here in the next couple of days. We're planning on putting a 10 by 20 cattle panel coop for the chickens and a little bit of run off to the side. And right in here, down past the ferns, we have a natural little hole that hopefully eventually in the future, down the line, year or two, we're going to line it and have it as a pond for the ducks. And right here is the original coop we had, fairly small. Now we just have 4 roosters in there that are going to go bye-bye here in a couple of days. And we're going to move that up on the hillside too. We'll put the hen and the mama in there, and that'll be a protected place for them. 3 hanging pots right there, and there that we're going to have to replant up. And I planted this bed, which is new, on the other side of the cattle panel garden. That's all garlic. So I'm going to turn around, and this whole section here that is new, cleared out. Hopefully I'll get some raised beds in here. Planning on planting potatoes in this area and probably some winter squash and summer squash. And then this whole area up here, we're probably going to put another little panel greenhouse there. We have a couple of trees we have to still remove there, and those two there. I think there's 3. And then level this ground out as much as we can and put some row crops in here. I'm not sure that we'll get this far this year. My goal is to just get this area cleaned up and able to plant. We'll put a removable fence around the area here. It's not going to be very big, but big enough to give us some more room to plant some crops. These tubs here, I'm going to put in the greenhouse and start my tomatoes and peppers in these and have them in the greenhouse so they will be double protected and stay extra warm for germination and for growth. I should be doing that sometime this week as well, and I'll bring you along to show you that process. The coop itself is going to be turned into probably a garden shed. Hopefully I'll get it cleaned up soon and start working on that. But that's on the plan for this spring and summer. And this area here is going to be the outdoor kitchen and canning kitchen, which we've had the past 2 years. And we redid a bunch of work, and so we didn't get it put back together. We've got this nice gravel that we did last fall. I have a little rosemary that I have planted there, and I had some nasturtiums around it. We have all these chicken coop tractors that we had last year. We had the hens with their babies in these. They are trashed from the winter. We're going to move those into the back forest. We'll probably put hot wings in one of them until we can get her in a better place. And in this whole area, we're probably going to put more gravel. And over here in front of the cabin, we're going to redo the rock that is around the planter and the round terracotta planters on each side, and hopefully get some more soil. My poor tulips are looking horrible. We still have some rogue chickens and roosters out and about. They've kicked all the soil out of there. Care of that before that project. So we're going to have to take care of the chickens and the roosters before we take on this project. And this whole area here that is in front of the cabin, we have envisioned it all with ferns. Have some here. We're going to transplant probably about 20 small baby ferns in this area and let them grow up and be nice and big and pretty. We're excited about that. And all those baby ferns are up the hill towards where the new chicken coop and run is going to be. And there's Callie the cat. Hi, honey. Where are you? There you are. Oh, yes, we get scratches. Yes, we get scratches. She's a good hunter. We like having her around the homestead.